She has worked with some of the biggest voices in music, including Adele, Stevie Wonder, Alicia Keys, Justin Timberlake, Lenny Kravitz, and Gwen Stefani. Did I get everybody?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
That is amazing.
And now you're releasing you're debuting your full-length album. Yes. Congratulations. We want to welcome Amanda Brown. The album's called Dirty Water.
Yeah.
And as Glenn mentioned, you were working with all those people, which is such an accomplishment in of itself, now starting your own journey. How did this all start for you?
I mean, I've been singing for a really long time, but I kind of started singing in wedding bands.
Oh, nice.
You know, in New York City, and there was actually a saxophone player who worked with Alicia Keys, and I sort of said to him jokingly, like, if she ever needs a background singer. And actually, she was hosting auditions the following day, and I auditioned, and I got it.
So between Alicia and all those other great names we mentioned, I don't want to say who's the hardest one to work for, but maybe who was the biggest perfectionist or who you learned the most from?
God, that's a tough question. I mean, I would say the tour that I did with Adele, this last tour, I learned a lot from her, and so, you know, she's probably like the one that I would say that
she's
would be the person that I answer that question.
You're a finalist on season 3 of The Voice. How was that experience? How did this play into all of that for you?
It was great. I think that, you know, The Voice allowed me to sort of sing on this national platform, and then as a result, you know, people got to hear me, and so hopefully a lot of those people are, you know, going to listen to this music.
Okay, so you wrote this music, and the album's called Dirty Water. So tell us about the name of the album and your inspiration for the song.
So there's a song on the album called Dirty Water, and it's a song that I wrote kind of when I was feeling a bit down, being on the road and traveling all the time, and it was sort of kind of my conversation with myself. I was saying, you know, why am I so sad? I have all these amazing things happening in my life, and so yeah, then I ended up naming the album after that, sort of. You know, it's a sad one, folks. Yeah. It's a sad one.
But it's powerful. When I listen to you perform, I get chills. I cannot wait to see your career continue to just skyrocket.
Thank you so
much. You described what you're singing for us today?
I'm actually singing a song called Believers. It's a bit more uplifting, kind of just a song that I wrote in order to encourage myself, you know, despite a lot of sort of socio-economic things that were happening.
Then chill us out.
Awesome.
All right.
Take it away, girl.
Thank you.
So excited for you.
Amanda Brown, folks.
Is there a place in this whole world where we can sleep at night? Must we lose another life to know something's not right? Are we dirt? Are we small? Are we nothing at all? We are the believers. We won't pretend that everything's alright. Don't act like you don't see us. And everything you've done in broad daylight. Can't take my blood and call it alone. Can't take my house and call it your own. Can you hear us? We are the believers. Break your silence, speak the names of those that we have lost, and call all the offenders out for every line they cross. Will you stand? Will you shout? Will you scream it out loud? We are the believers. We won't pretend that everything's alright. Don't act like you don't see us. And everything you've done in broad daylight. Can't take my blood and call it alone. Can't take my house and call it your own. Can you hear us? We are the believers. We're the soul of this land. We're the scales in the hands. We are the believers. We won't pretend that everything's alright. Don't act like you don't see us. And everything you've done in broad daylight. Can't take my blood and call it alone. Can't take my house and call it your own. pretend that everything's alright. Don't act like you don't see us and everything you've done in broad daylight. Can't take my blood and call it alone. Can't take my house and call it your own. Can you hear us? We are the believers. We are the believers. We are the